Hello students, this is one more question which is related to parallelogram law of forces. The question is the sum of two concurrent forces P and Q is 270 Newton and their resultant force is 180 Newton, and the angle between the two forces P and the angle between the force P and the resultant R is 90 degree. So the question is find the magnitude of each force, that is P and Q, and what is the angle between them. So let us solve here. So first let us write down what is the given data. So as per the question, so the given data is the sum of two concurrent forces is 180 Newton. So that is P plus, the sum of two concurrent forces is 270 Newton. So P plus Q is 270 Newton. Okay. And the resultant is, so R is 180 Newton. And the angle between the force P and the resultant R is 90 degree. So that you know that we'll take it as alpha. So alpha is equal to 90 degree. So this is the given data. Now, as per the question, what you have to find it out here. So next is to find out. So what you have to find out here, find the magnitude of each force and the angle between them. So you have to find out what is P, what is Q, and what is theta. Theta is the angle between the two forces. So we have to find out these three things as per the question, P, Q, and theta. So let us solve it. We know the formula, that is tan alpha, okay, is equal to, clear, you know that it is F2 sin theta by F1 plus F2 cos theta. You might be thinking that F1, F2 is not given. So let us do one thing. We will take P as F1, okay, and we'll take Q as F2. You may think why it is, because it is clearly mentioned in the question that the angle between the force P and the resultant R is 90 degree. So when the angle is between R and P, clear, as we all know that this formula is coming into existence, that tan alpha is equal to F2 sin theta by F1 plus F2 cos theta. Okay. So if you want, you can convert this into in terms of this. So what is F2 is nothing but Q. So you can write here Q sin theta by P plus Q cos theta. Okay. So here alpha is given to you as 90 degree. So tan 90 degree is equal to Q sin theta by P plus Q cos theta. And we all know that the value of tan 90 is infinity. Okay. So when tan 90 is infinity, clear. So this is only possible when P plus Q cos theta is equal to 0. I hope you understood this. Tan 90 can be infinity when this particular denominator will be equal to 0. You know, because infinity is 1 by 0. Clear? So this is possible. Tan 90 is infinity. This is possible when P plus Q cos theta is equal to 0. Clear? So from here we will get P is equal to minus Q cos theta. So this is one equation. P is equal to minus Q cos theta. Okay. So now what we are going to do is we are going to put this particular, the value of P in this equation R. You know R is equal to root over of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos theta. So instead of F1 and F2, instead of F1 we'll put P square, and instead of F2 we'll put Q square. So F1 is P, F2 is Q. So plus 2PQ cos theta. Okay. So R square is equal to, because the value of R is given to you, P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. So what is the value of R? As given in the question, you can see 180 Newton. Clear? So 180 square, okay, is equal to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. Okay. So from this we can write it as Q cos theta is equal to minus P. P is equal to minus Q cos theta. So what is Q cos theta? Minus goes to the other side. So Q cos theta is equal to minus P. Okay. So the same thing we are going to write here. 180 square is equal to P square plus Q square plus, instead of Q cos theta, we will put as minus P. So 2P into minus P. Clear? So what do we get from here? 180 square is equal to P square plus Q square 2P into minus P. It is minus 2P square. Clear? So what is the final thing? 180 square is equal to Q square minus P square. So minus 2P square plus P square is minus P square. So this is in the format of A square minus B square. So finally what you get? 180 square is equal to Q plus P into Q minus P. So 180 square, you please do it in the calculator. We are going to get it as 32400, which is equal to P plus Q. What is the value of P plus Q? Already given in the question. It is, you can see here, P plus Q is 270 Newton. That will substitute here. 270 and into Q minus P. Okay. So let us continue from here. So Q minus P is equal to 32400 by 270. Clear? So after calculation, we'll get as 120. Okay. So Q minus P. Okay, sorry. Q minus P is 120, and what is P plus Q? P plus Q is 270. So these are the two equations here. Now let us take this as equation 1 and equation 2. Clear? So now adding equation 1 and 2. When we add equation 1 and 2, what will happen? Let us add Q minus P plus P plus Q is equal to 120 plus 270. Okay. So from here you can see minus P and plus P gets cancelled. So 2Q is equal to 390 and Q is equal to 195 Newton. So we got the value of Q. Once you get the value of Q, you substitute in any of the equation. Clear? So either you can substitute the value of Q in equation 1 or equation 2. Let us substitute in equation 1. value of Q in equation 1. When we substitute in equation 1, what is equation 1? Q minus P is equal to 120. So 195 minus P is equal to 120. So what is P? P is equal to 195 minus 120. You will get 75 Newton. So in this way, individually, we got what is the value of P and what is the value of Q. Here. So what is the final answer you got? P is equal to 75 Newton and Q is equal to 195 Newton. So you see, what we got ultimately, P plus Q is 270. When we add these two, you can see we are getting a 270. But the question is, we have to find the magnitude of each force as well as the angle between them. Okay, so to find out the angle between them, you already have the equation here. What was the equation? P is equal to minus Q cos theta. So with this help of that equation, you can find it out. So what was the equation? P is equal to minus Q cos theta. So what is cos theta? So cos theta is equal to minus P by Q. Okay. So what is P? That is 75 by what is Q? 195. Okay. Then we'll find out what is the value of theta. So theta is equal to cos inverse minus 75 by 195. Do it in the calculator. Write this exactly as cos inverse minus 75 by 195. So you will be getting 112.618 degree. This is how we will solve this problem. Thank you.